Hello. All right. Email from Harriet. She says, I've only recently decided to pursue recovery properly and eat whatever and whenever I need to. So far, so good. However, my anorexia started as a result of me deciding to go on a diet because for all of my life I have been overweight, in brackets, not obese but always around the 25 BMI point, which was made obvious around my thin and lean friends, close brackets. The anorexia never took me to a place where I was medically underweight, medically in inverted commas. Although I look healthy and unassuming to others, I obviously still have a way to go in recovering the damage that the restriction has caused my body. Coming from a past of being overweight, however, I feel as if I can't trust my body in securing a set point because I feel as if I'd never had one. I realize this is, in brackets, I realize this is probably a stupid thing to say and I'm very confused about it, or close brackets. I feel as if I can't trust my body that it will recover to a set point because surely if I've been overweight all my life, then I can't say my body has ever had a comfortable set point. I'm worried that if I continue to eat unrestrictedly, then I'll go back to where I started. Brackets. I recognize this is totally irrational and vanity-obsessed fear to have, but I just can't help it. This fear is still holding me back from complete freedom and liberation from this disease, and I'd love to know your thoughts and expertise to help kick it up to the ground. So, first of all, Harriet, so you're putting too much, excuse the pun, weight on BMI. You can be a BMI 25 and be totally healthy, and that might be that is what your unsuppressed, healthy, natural body weight is. If you look at your family and sort of your genetics there, you might have some clues as to what that is. But just because a BMI chart says you are overweight does not mean you are overweight. That could be actually the optimal weight for your body. And I think that you need to do some research, some thinking, some following accounts that talk about body diversity a lot because it's a thing. And we all come in different size bodies. And the fact that it's fashionable to be in a lean body is unfortunate because that's just not how human bodies work. We all come in different size bodies due to body diversity. And so the first thing I'd say is that BMI 25, you were probably perfect at that. You were probably meant to be there. And that might be hard for you to accept, but recovery is about not suppressing your body weight and accepting what that may be. And if your body was naturally and optimally supposed to be around a BMI 25, then to be anything other than that, you're going to be restricting. And if you're restricting, you will have an eating disorder, evidently. So I think that's where your main work's going to lie, is body acceptance, accepting where your body might be. Now, the other thing that I would say about that is I don't know how old you are, but I do think that for many girls, we tend to put on a little bit more weight as our bodies prepare for puberty. And a lot of the time, that's sadly when people start to diet. It's absolutely entirely natural, smart for the body to do that, to gain a little bit more weight to prepare for puberty. That's entirely normal, but in the culture that we live in, that's not accepted. So people start to freak out about it and go on a diet, and then eating disorders start. And I think that's one of the main reasons that eating disorders start for many people around puberty time. But so I think that you can't necessarily say, you can't make any predictions really about what weight you're going to be. Because I don't know what your body was like. You going into recovery, you need to make the decision, I'm going to recover and I'm not going to suppress my body weight. And wherever my body needs to go and whatever my body deems appropriate is what I'm going to allow to happen. I'm going to just stay completely out of it. And I think that you can then relax into that. But if you can't go into recovery being like, well, I'm going to eat unrestricted and not suppress my body weight up to a BMI 23, but anything other than that, then I'm going to start restricting again. Because some people's bodies are larger size, naturally supposed to be there, and look fabulous there, by the way. So it's more about it's not about judging your body and changing your body. It's about changing your perception of what beautiful is and changing your perception of what your body should be and changing your judgment around that. And I know that all of that will be fed by society, but I know that you can do that. I know that you can accept your body. Ultimately, it comes down to this. What choice do you have? Your choices are either You're restricting, you're suppressing your body weight, or you're not. Which one is it? You can't recover and be restricting. So that's something that I think is really helpful for a lot of people to keep on bringing themselves back to. Well, what choice do I have? I'm either restricting or I'm not. And if I'm in recovery, I'm not restricting. And so I think you should just allow your beautiful body to do its work, be where it's supposed to be, naturally, optimally. Don't micromanage it, and love it and accept it for wherever it is supposed to be. Because wherever it is supposed to be is where you're going to be healthiest and happiest. I don't give a flying fuck what the BMI chart says about that.